Welcome, welcome, Tuesday training, friends. So awesome to see your beautiful faces. It is end of the month. It's always exciting when trainings start on Tuesday. It happens to be an end of the month because we can recap everything that's coming to start off your next month. So June is set to be a huge month for us, and I hope you're excited for some awesome sales, awesome collections. Megan, did you want to start us out with a couple things that you picked up from the end of the month, or you want me to just go over the recap, or what you want, girl?
I don't care. You go ahead and recap if you want.
Okay.
If I were to say anything off the get-go, I would talk about Bring Back My Bar. Just because if you haven't got it, like I talked myself out of it financially up until today, and I figured out a way to do it. And if you can do it, do it. If you need a way to help, I will help you figure it out. Like I actually didn't realize I could use the host credits towards it until today. So it actually took $30 off. And then my local orders that I was putting in anyways, I actually just used half off so that it made my bundle only $70 versus $126. And that was with tax and shipping, $77. So it's just so if you can get it, because it is huge. And this was going to be the first time I've been through 3 or 4 Bring Back My Bars now. And every time I've gotten it up until this time, and then I'm glad I talked myself into it, because it's been official, and especially going into this next part of this incentive, that's what really did me in. Once I learned about the next incentive part, I was like, okay, yeah, Megan, you've got to get it, because that's going to be huge for your club.
Absolutely. And yeah, using host rewards to get it. Also starting tomorrow, you guys didn't see in the news tab, we're going to be able to purchase the bundles as a 12-pack for only $50. So that's huge. So you can buy a 6-pack for $30 or do the 12-pack for $50. Your customers are going to be able to buy that as well. So that's going to be something you have to capitalize on when you send those samples out. So if you haven't got it, there's still time to get it out. They have been shipping those bundles super fast. So I don't know after the clearance sale we had if it's going to stay like that. But they were shipping them super, super fast. So you should have time to get them in your customers' hands here in this next 2 weeks. So many different ways we're going to capitalize on those. So we'll go through the month recap and then we'll touch back on that. So Dan and Lacey came to us from London. So that was super cool to see, because SFR for region, is that 2 or 3? Whatever region London is getting ready to have their SFR this weekend. So they are there. So they went live today at 2 p.m. instead. Something kind of exciting that they're going to dabble with is going to be a document for us that we can actually see what's being released in June and the dates that it's being released. So that's something consultants have asked for a long time. And so it'll be really exciting to be able to plan out from your business front, just kind of what to prepare for on what week. So it's going to be a really cool business tool, but they did not guarantee that will be it going forward. They're just trying it out this month. Our warmer of the month we were talking about at the beginning looks fantastic. It is another one of the, oh my gosh, succulent. Thank you. I just completely lost what that was called. A succulent warmer. If you haven't seen that, that is going to be one that you're going to want to, don't advertise too early, because you never want to advertise the warmer of the month for the following month until you're happy with the sales that you have in your current month. Because especially with the warmer special we have going on, say you were to post a preview, which we don't have good pictures, but like you technically could have screenshot that and start sharing it. But if you're doing that, it could prevent someone to buy a bundle of wax and the warmer from you in June, because they might not want those other 2 succulent warmers if they see that coming out. So that's why we always tell you that. Wait until you're happy with that month's sale and then start advertising. I honestly don't start advertising till not maybe even 5 days before the month is really as soon as I start. this camper was probably the earliest that I did. And I just did that, like last week or so.
Did you get any pre-orders?
Yeah, I have 2 pre-orders for it, and I'm trying to decide if I want to get up at 3 a.m. or not.
I know I've been trying to debate how fast it's going to go. I haven't even got mine out of box, but
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm going to post, this was actually the first time I did a paid ad from my business page for a warmer of the month, because I knew like the buzz going around, it's camping season, 4th of July is right around the corner. I had it from doing the warmer of the month subscription. So I was able to take a picture of myself with that warmer, and that's the ad that I advertised. So I've done a $25 ad. Now, I've just started dabbling with this. There are other leaders that like, they don't even buy like LTOs anymore. They use the money they would have spent on like the warmer of the month or those LTOs, and they spend it on ads instead of buying the actual product, which makes sense. So from like a standpoint, if you're not able to do both, there's a lot of leaders that will only like use real life pictures that other consultants have taken instead of taking them their own and create ads from that. But it doesn't have to be anything really expensive. Like I said, I did a $25 ad on this. I am starting to use my business page more, and I'm telling you, just from just starting my business page back up from like a couple days, I had so much interaction today from it, like more than I've had for my VIP page all week. So that's insane to me. That I just think that it's the algorithm. Your VIP group gets blocked so badly, that your business page is not seeing as much of that blocking. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's working, so we're gonna roll with it. But from that ad, it's got 100 likes. I've been messaging every single person that has liked that page that doesn't follow my page, and I have sent them an invite to my VIP group. So I've had a few people join it. I have one girl who's going to order it tomorrow. And I also, just from talking to her, she told me she was a huge Bath and Body Works fan, which I used to be as well, and candles. And she's looking for a safer alternative than burning candles. So I also saw that she had like a picture of her and her dog as a profile picture. So I know she would really relate to me as a dog mom. So like I found a way to start that conversation with her about like, yeah, girl, I used to, burn 3-wick candles 24/7 at my house. I said, and then I started realizing that all the soot that comes from it. And then I did research from that and found out how bad those were for my fur babies. I said, and as a dog mom, like I hated the negative impact that these candles were having on my dogs. So that's why I started looking for a safer alternative. And that's what led me to Scentsy. And like, that was a organic conversation that I related to her, knowing she would relate to. And she's all excited, so excited that today she placed an order for wax, even though she's ordering tomorrow, the camper and the white and berry. She's so excited. So she did that. And then she's booking a bingo party with me middle of June. And she got her mom to like my VIP page. So I got that from that ad. And then I also got an old consultant who hasn't done it for 4 years. So I was able to have a joint conversation with her. So you just never know what kind of outlets that's going to open for you. And these people are from, the other cool thing about messaging all of them is I've seen Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado, New Jersey, Michigan, like all over the United States. This lady's from Tennessee. So like, it's really exciting to open up that network that you wouldn't get just by having your normal clientele. So your business might not be right there yet, and that's okay if it's not, but maybe instead of getting a warmer of the month 1 month, use that money that you would have spent on that warmer and just try to do a targeted ad. I would say try to make it as most personable as possible, because you need to draw their attention. I think the fact that I was able to use a picture of me with that warmer, that's really what's been drawing people in, because it's a real person. They're seeing that, I'm holding this product, so they see what it looks like in real life instead of just sharing that flyer picture. So I think that's really what's made this ad do really, really well for me. So I'm really excited to kind of dabble with that. Hi, Danielle. And see how that goes. So also the scent of the month. Super excited about this join promo we have coming up, guys. This is going to be something that you really want to push this month. When we had the last time we had that, what's the deal with everybody getting out of the shower? Megan got on here just out of the shower too with no video. We thank her for not starting video outside the shower. The last time they did, when was this? Like, I think August, I want to say they did a join. It was last fall. They did a joy promo that they got the shooting star kit for free. That was a huge incentive. So what they'll be able to do is join for $25. And then if they hit shooting star organically, like anybody would, $500 in their first 15 days, instead of being able to buy that $300 or $200 kit that's valued at $300, they're going to get that for free. That is a absolute huge selling point to get people to join this next month. One, it's $25 out of pocket, and we still don't know for sure the contents of that kit. Is that right? I don't.
Yeah, I thought I understood it was the $59 kit, but I haven't seen the $59 kit.
Right.
Less, I usually see it.
So I guess we'll wait for clarification on that before we start advertising that. And I'm sure we'll have it tonight at 3 a.m.
I know even people in the chats were asking, trying to get it clarified.
Yeah, what the contents of those are. But that's going to be something we're going to really, really want to push, especially if you are trying to grow your team. Because people love those $25 join specials. Like, don't sell yourself short on it. Like, I literally in March joined 10 people for $25. Like, it's possible. Even when you think it's not possible. I didn't think it was possible, but it is. Set your goals high, and then if you meet half of it, heck, look at how many Teamies you have. Like, just always find a way to throw that into a conversation organically. It's gonna put your business so far ahead just by having those conversations. And just because it's a no right now doesn't mean it's a no forever. So having parties this month is going to be a good way, because you can talk them into doing that flip. And that's why, like, if you're awkward about having joint conversations, like, as long as you're hosting parties, that opportunity is going to come up. Like, maybe not, like, it's going to be way more easy than just like messaging someone and be like, hey, so did you want to join? When you have a party, then you're like, hey girl, like, you've got all this in rewards, but did you know if you join, you're going to get paid this much in commission? So it's like, it just gives an extra incentive, an extra bonus. Plus you're going to be able to put that shooting star advantage in there. So I'm really excited about that. The Bring Back My Bar promo we just touched on, but we'll come back to that here shortly. LTO's coming this month. We're getting a Groot warmer. You guys know I'm excited. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
I know, I'm excited to see
what they said. It's teenage Groot though, and not baby Groot, which I thought was interesting. But I guess that makes sense because the new movie that will come out whenever will be him as a teenager. Stitch fans, we're gonna have Stitch
Bitty
buddies, which look adorable. Full-size warmers returning, Angel Buddies returning, and the 624 and 626 bars, and the Stitch warmer. Like, I've had a lady since I've joined pretty much wanting a Stitch warmer, and I have kept her information. So that's why it's important now.
I was about to say too, I actually have a Stitch warmer if anybody wants to take pictures with it or whatever.
Genius. See,
I do have a Stitch. I love my Stitch. I haven't even put him away. He's a little dusty. He needs cleaned up, but
I love it.
I also have all of the warmers,
yes.
the warmer bundles.
The warmer.
Yeah, I have all of those. If they want.
Oh yeah, all the warmers. Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, I have all but one. I don't have the Country Sunshine.
My grandma has that one, so I'll just borrow it from her.
Perfect. Yeah, that's definitely, if you have those warmers, take pictures with yourself with those warmers. Go live. That's what I plan on doing tomorrow. I'm going to go live with all those warmers individually and show them off in person, just so people can see them. Putting a poll in your story of which warmer would you choose, having it the 4 warmers that are going to be on the incentive before you even talk about that there's the special going on. Get them interested in interacting, and then they're going to see in the next slide that they can get it. But I posted that in my business page, and the interaction that I'm getting from it in my business page 10 times the amount that I was getting from my VIP page. So that's what I was telling you guys. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely going to start showing my business page some more love, because I'm just getting all kinds of different interaction that I wasn't getting. Yeah, we just talked about the 5-bar. That's going to be huge. I mean, do you guys realize that the gray curve warmer is literally $30, which is how much wax they're getting?
Right.
So,
Not only that,
Those are
there's
all
like-
steal of a deals.
oh, they
That's all
are.
steal.
there's
But
like 2
okay, I
bars
don't
that we
understand.
have.
Why did they only throw Jade and Jasmine in there? That's the only one that's not in the catalog, isn't it?
Well, the Prosecco, pomegranate Prosecco.
That's
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
from fall. My guess is they just have a lot of those on hand. And they
And no,
have
it's either that or so many people are wanting it.
it's coming back in the fall.
That's what I was wondering, is if they was tested it to see how many
Yeah.
they sold for fall.
Well, it's kind of like
They have a lot in
yeah,
stock.
a lot of stocks, what Daniel said too. That's kind of like I was telling you guys on, someone noticed that the plug, guys, the one of the brick that you could always only get in club, the packaging changed on it. So they're like, this is definitely coming back in the
Yeah.
fall catalog, you know. So it's like little teasers like that. We'll have a new whiff box starting June 1 as always. I'm really excited. They said it's a mini fan and pod. It's always a great way to get yourself pod customers by using your mini fans or any pod products. So that's going to be a really good thing to sell people this month. That's going to be a great box to sell as a graduation gift as well. So kind of think about that when people might be saying that, like, I know graduation's typically end of May and June. You don't really need a pop this late, do you? Makes me mad. I looked for a Dr. Pepper all over at lunch or at dinner, and I couldn't find one. And yeah, Dr. Pepper, so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so pods, graduation gifts, kids getting ready to go off to college. Be thinking about that. Like dorm products, body products, non-warmer wax, because they can't really have those in their dorms, but those pod products are going to be perfect.
Drivers,
Drivers.
new
drivers, absolutely. Yeah, with mini fans, all of our car products, absolutely.
Kitten.
So the brick by brick incentive, we know now part 3, we just have to get 3 new club members, and we have 2 months to obtain that, so that is awesome. You know, we've been pounding club into your guys' brain. Well, we'd like to say we knew this was coming, but we didn't. But should always be focusing on club. But if you guys are anything like me, then you'll know that, you know, having a goal in front of you to hit or an incentive to hit really helps you want to pound those home. So just to implement all those tools. So I'm really excited to see you guys be able to grow your clubs, even if you don't have any club members right now. But this will just kind of give you the incentive to hit the incentive and really push for those club members. So we'll continue to talk about club. And then there was the last week of June will be Warm the Heart Week. Day in the Scentsy. Day in the life of a Scentsy consultant with promotional new buddy, the Velvet Sheet. So that was the recap of end of month. Did you guys have anything you want to add to that we didn't add going along?
I don't think so. Did you rewatch it like you said you was going to? Did you?
Sure didn't. I planned on it, but I don't know what happened.
Well,
That might
when
be
they were talking about the whiff box, that was one of the spots that like mine was breaking up at. And I wasn't sure because when it came back unpaused, it had said something about I don't even remember what it was. An enhanced whiff box.
Enhanced,
So
yeah.
is there two different whiff boxes was what I was confused about.
Well, they said
Is it-
something about Mexico. Since they don't have a whiff box, they're going to offer them something else enhanced since they don't have a whiff box. So that
Okay.
was the only thing that I really got from that.
Okay. I just didn't, the way it came out, I was like, are they saying the enhanced one comes with the mini pan and then they would be two different prices? But I will be checking my website in the morning for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for all that. So yeah, basically just using these to prep for a big June. I just really want to see you guys making more sharing versus selling posts, especially with these warmer bundles with the free wax. And so like, okay, yeah, one of the warmers is $55 and someone might look at that, that's a lot of or a lot of money for a warmer. So when someone asks for the price of it, instead of just saying, oh, it's a $55 warmer, make sure you're saying it's a $55 warmer with 5 bars of wax for free, which is a $35 or $30 value. Smug had Star Wars. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, but it was weird the way they said that, like Star Wars
Right.
was in this month, and then I heard the mini fan. So yeah, I was a little confused on the clarification of that as well. Can't remember what I was just saying. Squirrel. Can't multitask when it comes to this. Yeah. So definitely going live to talk about all this stuff too is really going to help. Even if you're doing home parties, because I know a couple of you either have more home parties scheduled or really pushing for those. These are things that you can talk about while you're there anyways, because you're placing orders. Like you have such an advantage when you're doing a home party to really, really whatever you want to sell, you can really push on them because you have their attention. They're in the room with you. Like they're gonna eat up whatever you're telling them. So, and they're going to feel obligated to buy because they're there, you know, rather than a Facebook party, people can ghost you and nobody's going to feel bad about it. You know, they're like, yeah, it's just another person that's ghosting. But when you're in person, you know, they're not going to do that. So you really have a leg forward. If anybody ever asks you to do a home party, say yes. I know it's terrifying. I know it's scary, but just say yes and then stress out about it later until it comes. But just say yes. Because it will be worth it, I promise. And talk, figure out a way to, and I'm still trying to find a way to be creative about this with the club and your parties, because you know you don't want them to join club until technically after they order for that host. But definitely bring it up, talk about it, because we always want to be talking about club. And if you're not comfortable about doing it, do it after the party. Make sure you're getting everybody's contact information while you're there so you can follow up with them. Because, you know, anything bought or sampled without follow-up is basically giving away products. So you need to make sure you're getting all that contact information from anybody, even if they don't buy, you know, just to check in with them later. Or if you hand them samples at the party, a good way would be like, you know, that's okay if you weren't able to purchase right now, but I would like to follow up just to see how you like this sample. And then follow up with them on that. And then at that point, you know, eventually if they order from you, then you're going to be able to follow up with them and, you know, just make it sound so appealing. That you have to put that in there, or they have to put that in their club, or they're not going to be able to live without it pretty much. These Bring Back My Bars are going to be a huge outlet for us, guys. And I cannot stress that enough. With advertising, talking about it, finding creative ways. Even if you're not technically putting it in your warmers, go into Facebook, go into search, type in that search and then filter it to post, and then see what other people are writing and posting about that Bring Back My Bar, and then use those real pictures that they're posting of them in the warmers and post it in your stories or post it on your page. Like, it's you actually using it, you know, it's fine. Like, they put the pictures out there, they're okay with them being used. But if you're not able to spend the money to do it, at least, you know, show the excitement for it. I know a lot of people, which I know Danielle loves French toast. I think, to me, that's a really intriguing scent. Like, people want to like talk about how it literally smells like French toast. The root beer float reminds me of the root beer barrel candies. Like right now I'm doing daily interactions with my VIP group with all the different scents, and have been for like the last week leading up to the release of these. So they're guessing what the scent is by the description. So I'm familiarizing them with what these scents that are coming back. So it's hopefully creating some type of interest. And then the people that have played the whole time are going to get the all 25 samples that I'm going to send to them. And hopefully they'll become addicted to them. If you do have them and you don't want to send out 25 and it's a bakery person, you know, take, there's at least 6 bakery scents on there. There's a lot of bakery scents on there this time. Run reports and see if anybody's ever ordered blueberry cheesecake, and make sure you tell them about blueberry pancake. Finding ways to be creative like that. Or if someone loves manly scents, you should be getting them on Father's Day collection, especially if anybody has ever asked you about mystery or about My Dear Watson. But if they like those manly scents, aka Kelly, they're going to love Zeppelin. And this is the time of getting to know your customers on a personal level, and making notes about them is really, really, really going to put you ahead of the game, especially like twice a year when Bring Back My Bar comes, because you know what kind of scents that your customers like and what they use. So you're able to contact them and be like, hey girl, like, I really think you're going to like this scent. And it's going to make them feel good that you have thought about them and you know what they like. Yeah, simply irresistible. I mean, there's a lot of good in this collection. I'm pretty excited about to see the response. My samples all should have been delivered today, maybe tomorrow, depending on the area. So I really can't wait to follow up with everybody on Thursday or Friday, and I'm hoping to really capitalize on those.
I've only went through one Bring Back My Bar from last season, but I like all of the ones from this one a lot better than the last one.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of last month or last go rounds, January's. There wasn't a lot of good ones. I didn't feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot this month. So that's exciting.
I feel like that's why I originally talked myself out of this round, is because last round, really, I just wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
These are a lot better. A lot. I think they're all a lot better. I mean, there's only like, I think 2 that I really didn't like, and I remember them because of that buckleberry.
Oh, that was awful.
Hey, quit hanging on that now.
That's so bad.
But other than that, I think the rest of them are really good. So
Yeah, I did too. Buckleberry was really the only one that I was like, oh no. But I remember going through my first Bring Back My Bar and being like, I don't know who to contact. I don't know what to do with these. Like, I bought the sampler, but I'm like, I don't know like how to capitalize on this. So that's like, I want you guys to, if you're having that question, ask. Something else that's been on my head that I want to tell you guys is, even if you're at a point right now where you're not ready to be a leader, or you're trying to be a leader and you're not there, start writing down questions that you have had along the way. I don't care if you joined yesterday. Start thinking as, what if I want to be a future leader, what are the questions I have asked my sponsor, or that I've wanted to know and I haven't asked, or things that come up. I promise you, I wish I had a notebook filled with all these questions that I had that maybe I looked up on YouTube or, asked or whatever. But I wish I would have known, because if you're asking it, someone else is going to ask it. Someone else is going to think it. So set yourself up to be a leader in the future, even if you're not right now. because you're just going to be so ahead of the game. And that's, I mean, that's what this is all about, is having the tools to train your teams the best you know how. And you're learning along the way. So like, it's okay if you're just joining and want to be a leader at the same time, like do it together. One of the suggestions I saw, which was, I thought would have been really cool, is they said, I wish we would have, because Lacey had posted and asked for suggestions on what we were hoping that they would announce. And someone was like, well, I wish they would have a join kit and you could bring a friend with you. It was like buy one, get one. And I'm like,
That's
how
what I was
cool
holding
would
my
that
breath
be?
today for them to be.
Right.
When they
because-
started saying it, I was like, wait, are they going to?
No, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, that was genius. Like, because you think about it, especially women, we like to do things in pairs, you know, especially when it's outside our comfort level. I mean, I know there's some people who are very dominant and confident, like whatever, but like, I know me, if I could do anything with somebody, especially shopping, you know, I'm going to want someone there with me. So if we had a join special like that would be so awesome. Like, I'm here for that. But yeah, Scentsy's just amazing, and they're really doing a lot to help us in this dip we're in, to really make sure that our business is successful, and that, you know, they're going to keep offering us sales. I'm sure there's more that's going to happen in June, but just capitalizing on that, and you know, just the best customer service that you can have, and just keep pushing club. If you have club orders, making sure you're opening those live, putting them in your stories about your cotton cleanups. Like, thank goodness. Like, I think last week, because I always do a wash it Wednesday. I think last week I did, because I ran out of washer whiffs and detergent at the same time. And I'm like, oh, thankful I never run out, because I have, you know, Scentsy Club, you know, little plugs like that where you're advertising without actually advertising, because it shows I use it in my house for myself, and I use club. So it's, you know, it's sharing versus selling, which is really the big thing. And I've tried to be more interactive in my stories as well about non-Scentsy related things. Also, so really trying to get more into that on my stories. Girls have anything else?
Yeah.
Come inside.
So I've been on my VIP page. I have been adding more personal stuff. Not so much as always constantly posting things for sale. So like, I've actually, like, 2 days ago, I did a post about, you know, my camping trip with the kids and how the kids are all growing up and it's just not the same anymore. And I see that I'm getting more interaction and more people reading it than what I had been before, with just posting, oh, this is for sale, or, oh, I have this, or this is coming out. So if you kind of go in and, you know, post these, you know, personal touches, sometimes you get more responses and more interaction than just selling stuff. Does anybody want a kid?
Yeah, I'll take it. But I'm not giving him back.
God, it's like a worm.
Yep. No, I think that's a really good point. Being personal on a personal level, so they know that you are a real person. You are a mom, you are a grandma, you are, you know, whoever you are. And I think that's what people want to see. They want to see your real life. Like, they know what you sell, but you need to find a way to intertwine that you do sell and you do have a real life, or what your money's going towards. You know, when you guys are out and you're using your Scentsy money to pay for something, show it. You know, if you're posting, you need to put the income disclosure in there. But show people what your money is going towards, what Scentsy means to you on a personal level. You know, people got to realize that it's not that spammy, negative, direct selling vibe that a lot of companies unfortunately have saturated the market with. Show them why Scentsy is different. That's why I did a post in my VIP group the other night that said, you know, this is why I love this company. Like, they see that the world is tough right now, that, you know, prices are high, products are high, money is hard, you know, and because they are thankful for what we have done for them. They're giving back to us. So like, that's why I posted that, because like, I wanted people to see the genuine heart Scentsy has. Like, if anybody would have watched the first 20 minutes of Dan and Lacey's live today, and like heard them talking, like almost with like tears in their eyes, because like how genuinely much that they love the company, like we see that. Why do you think that every single time we see each other post a join post, it might only be Scentsy consultants liking that post, but why? Because we are all so grateful for the opportunity that this company has given us. So I'm like, you know what? I want to try to find a way to show that to people. You know, yeah, once you're in, you get it, but we need to show that. Like, this company is more than just there to collect the money. That's our objective. We need to show that the heart of this business is real. Because it is. And it's like nothing else that I've ever experienced. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Okay.
Hey, time to shout yourselves out. Megan, what'd you do good this week?
I
I
don't know.
literally did it today.
I was gonna say I ordered the bring back my bars.
Okay, that's not what I was talking about, but okay, yeah, that's
oh, Teamie. Yeah, thank you. Good job. Megan.
hello, new Teamie. That's something to
Sorry, I told
celebrate.
you. I think I had a headache because I have like literally crunch numbers all day. I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot. I've been with like Scentsy Zoom and then Scentsy Live, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was nonstop.
It was a lot today. It was a
And
lot.
then I baseball this evening, and then I got home and I was like, all right, everybody's eating leftovers. And I sat down and I was like, oh my gosh, my head is pounding.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower.
All right, Kelly, something good you did this week, something you're proud of.
I made samples of Bring Back My Bar, and I got my happy mail out within a decent time, because you know I'm a
Awesome.
procrastinator.
Love
My fundraiser for Cayman is coming to an end tonight, so my commission check will be donated to his parents as soon as I get it.
Awesome. Good job. Cheyenne.
I already have a pre-order for 4 bars of the Bring Back My Bar. And Luna's, and she's getting 6 packs of bars. So, and I also walked for 2 hours passing out the Bring Back My Bar samplers.
That's awesome. Yeah, you've had a great week, and a referral that's messaging you that.
Yeah, she messaged me again while I'm on Zoom.
Like, yeah,
Asked me about the walk-ins.
we love new connections. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Renee.
I did pass out some catalogs and business cards when we were out and about this weekend to some people.
Awesome.
I did have somebody contact me that's going to get with me this week for an order. So that's about it.
Oh, that's huge. You're making connections when you're out and about. I love that. Miss Holly, are you on the phone with customer support, or are you with us? Oh, there she is. Look at you. Yes, Holly got her first teammate, and we're going to hopefully get her to Shooting Star when she's going to do a launch bingo party for her. So we've got that scheduled and super, super excited. Grace.
I put in my last orders yesterday to get that incentive.
Hit the incentive. And she's creeping on 1,000 PRV for this month.
Close.
Yeah.
So proud, so proud. Danielle, you want to shout yourself out? We started doing something to where the last few minutes of our Zoom each week, we, we're just normalizing, shouting ourselves out. So you can, Thank you. Yeah, it randomly came to me one day, and I I FaceTimed Kelly and Megan. I was like, guys, I just had the best idea. Like, I want to normalize everyone just saying what they did this week, that they're proud of themselves, and that they vocalize it. And so that's what we started doing.
And I actually want to add something. I really enjoy this part too. And after calling Scentsy today, like, you can watch my stories, and I bragged about how great Scentsy makes you feel. And I also went on to say, like, I always celebrate all my small things. Celebrate your small things with yourself. And if you need somebody to celebrate with you, message us, because we'll celebrate with you. And I love being able to hear everybody shout themselves out and celebrate.
Yes. We will be your biggest hype team. Like, we get it. Like, there's nothing so small. You just have to be like, if it's something that you've been procrastinating on your list for months and you finally did it, I don't care if it was actually tied your shoes today. We want to shout you out. Oh yeah, I saw you did that battle of the host. Love that.
Love it.
Is
Love
your battle of the host going good? I thought that was really cool. I saw Rihanna was doing something like that, and I loved her little pink boxing gloves and everything. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, like a lot of fun. Again, that goes with just trying different things. It's hard to change, but that's why, it's so important. And I tell you guys this all the time, is make sure you're pivoting, you're trying new things. Like, give things long enough to see if they're going to work. But when they're not, don't be scared to just
if your
stop
same
it.
customers can get tired of doing the same things too. So if you switch and pivot it, and especially if you have the same party host every few seasons, if you're doing the same thing, they're bringing the same people. I guarantee half of the parties probably the same people that was at the last party.
I'm gonna make
Absolutely.
a shirt that says pivot.
Pivot.
Absolutely.
Pivot
I
is
feel
one of my
like-
words of the year.
I know. I feel like that should definitely be our word of the year, because, we talk about that all the time, is, when you're stuck in a rut, pivot and get out of it. But it's like, that's really how I've booked so many bingo parties, because, love events. Awesome, Cheyenne. Because so many people, when I ask them to do a party, they're like, oh, I don't do good with it. Always what I get. And I tell them and be like, I understand that. Like, I've been in a lot of parties that have been that way. I said, but I will tell you, because what I do is a completely different spin on being a live bingo. People are more interested in it because it's different. And I've only had like one, maybe two parties that have actually not been a $200 or more party. So because it's so different and not a lot of people do it, like, I think that's why people like jump on it. And it's just all how you present it. If people are scared of that word party, like, I might even start calling them bingo bashes. That came to me today, because I love me, I love things that rhyme. I love cringy. What are they called, Kelly, that you don't like? What are they called?
What do I like?
Oh, what M does for me?
Memes.
No,
No, puns.
puns. Yeah, I love funny puns and word plays and stuff like that. So it was really funny, because my friend Emily does a lot of stuff for me as far as like on Canva work. She's amazing. And so she told me, like, our team stickers I send you guys, she designs all those for me. And like, one of them would be like, you've snailed it. Okay. You just cute little things like that. And so April's sticker of the month, well, and you girls that are not on my team, so we do exclusive stickers for like a collection series. So each month I send them, if they're in my top 10, they get an exclusive sticker. If they sponsored a new Teamie, they get an exclusive sticker. If they had over 2,000, they'll get one. And they always change. I guess the only ones that don't change are promotion stickers. If you get a promotion, you get a sticker. But just kind of a fun, inexpensive way. So she's designed all these for me. And this one month, which April's, she made me a pun one and then a flower. And so I kind of gave her to Kelly because Kelly wanted help doing her business cards. So I referred her to her, and Kelly's like, I don't like flowers and I don't like puns. And literally just got done doing that. It's like, well, I can't wait for her to get her April team mail, which apparently is never going to show up because
No, I still haven't got it.
everybody in my team got their all top 10 except for the 2 that actually live in Wabash. So, which is the same town I live in. I got nothing. No, we're here for it. Yeah, it just, I don't know. Mail just sucks.
Wow.
So, well, I think that's all we have for you guys, unless you have questions.
Picture.
Oh yeah, picture. Thank you for
I
keeping
want to
me.
add something just about incentive and bring back my bar and like,
Yes.
just, or the club. If you have somebody getting a 6-pack, I want you to try to ask them if they will join club because they're going to save 10% off their order. If they're even wanting 5 bars, that's going to save them 10%. Or like Cheyenne, you have the person that's wanting 4 bars. You could even be like, hey, you want to add another bar? You can join club. Oh, I guess I thought I heard 4 and I was like 4. Anyways. But yeah, just ask the question every time. Just do it.
Just do
You,
it.
you will surprise yourself. You might end up with all 3 of your new clubbers this month and not even have to worry about July.
Absolutely. It's always no if you don't ask.
Yeah.
That's always the answer.
And also bringing up, you can cancel at any time. If you don't like it, you can cancel.
I always lead with
You just
that.
have to have a new clubber. You don't have to have a new clubber for every month.
Exactly.
And you can skip it once.
Yeah, I love that she pointed that out today. If you did not watch Tuesday at noon, which I don't know why I said Tuesday because that's today. If you did not watch today's training at noon, it will be in our training center probably about Thursday. But the first half, she had some really, really good points that you should definitely watch and listen to on how to just different ways to bring back my bar. She touched lightly on creating into club, but she considers herself a bring back my bar pro. And she had some really good ideas. And
You really did.
yeah. I think I might email Sarah and ask her for the
That's
raw
what I
one. Then I'll just share with you guys because I don't like to wait. But I want to take notes and about everything that she said because like I haven't capitalized the first 2 months on bring back my bar. I haven't, and this month I'm doing it different, and I might not continue. Like I'm literally sampling all. Oh, I did not know I still had that. Oh, that's a bummer. So I'm sampling all 25 out. So I have these cards front and back. They're all different. So I have those. I literally made more samples today because I thought I was out of summer collection samples and I just found them. Fine. I got 2 here. It's good. So, and it's just finding what works and what doesn't. Morgan McGee, if you don't follow her, highly recommend following her. She's amazing. But the way she does hers is she does 6-packs in the categories, like I was saying, bakery, and then she'll sample those out. She has like a Google form that they can request. And, I figure as my business grows, like people might actually start requesting it like that, but just keep changing and finding what works.
Promote those
Here to
bag
do.
parties.
Yes. Yeah,
Bag parties.
absolutely.
Especially with it being summer and barbecues and get-togethers and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, this is like the first, and that was, I should have said that was one of my things that I was proud of. I had a bag party go out, and that was the very first bag party I've had since I signed up.
How's that go?
So far so good.
Danielle, did you order the 1-inch ones? That's what I used on these. So I did all 25. Yep. I love them. I had someone message me from camp actually. She's like, I thought those were way too small. They don't, like I get 60 felt samples out of 1 cube of wax. So like I like that I can get so many samples out of it, but she was like, I just thought they were way too small, so I sent them back immediately. And I was like, well, I said, the thing is like, it's only supposed to be such a small area. These are 1.5 by 1.5 baggies. And I got those from Amazon as well, which is a heck of a lot cheaper. I got 1,500 of them for like $9 and went to Hobby Lobby because I ran out and I could only get 2-inch bags because Megan bought out the store.
Blame me. It was
And it was $6 for like 300. So I was like, holy crap, Amazon for the win.
So like your felt samples, are those just to get the smell under their nose, or is it to actually put in a warmer?
Either. And I have this is what I put in with them. So it just says about your felt sample. Your felt sample will not dry out, burn, or stick. Simply place in your Scentsy warmer and the wax will keep the warmer constantly coated, even if it's warm for a long period of time. Tip: to get the most out of your felt sample, warm it in a smaller plate. The smaller space, the smaller the space, the larger the scent. So I just send that with them so they know what it is. And then, yeah. So I made up these for Summer Moonlight too, because that's my favorite scent. You guys haven't tried this, I'm going to tell all the consultants. So this gets voted to be a forever scent.
No. Blue Sage and Tonka. Music
Oh.
come back and stay.
just put it in your club and then it's your forever scent.
Oh, it's going to be. I'm going to have 6 bars in my every 3-month club. Or yeah. Someone does that. Is it Morgan Kiefer that does the heat seal on one bag? I just seen someone do that and I was like, oh, that's cool. They just use one big one and then they heat seal it. Yeah. Yeah. So
But
I'm
then
excited.
how are you labeling individual ones? How are you labeling them
These?
individually?
Like for this? Or the
Yeah,
bag?
how are you heat sealing one bag? Isn't that what she's talking about? Each?
Yeah. So I watched someone that did it and they did it bulk, like in a huge bag, and then they took a heat sealer and they made it into a bag and then they just individually labeled them there.
Like put the heat seal down. on
Yeah,
each
I'll
layer.
find the video and share it with you guys.
Okay.
Cheyenne, you want to share yours? So she melded all of hers.
And made
Now-
whole tubs.
Did you put them on a cookie sheet over boiling water and melt them all like that, or did you pour them individually?
I did it with the candy melter.
Okay, and then poured it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many did you get out of? Like how many cubes did you use?
I used I did 30 of 10 30 testers per
Fragrance?
per fragrance for 10 cents. So, and it all only like I used I used 2 bars per each one, but sometimes it was almost the whole entire time it was only ended up with 4 cubes each time left over for each one. So I have more if someone wants to smell more.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing if I did the little testers, but I thought about doing cutting it up and then put it in the jars and then melding it on top of the stove.
I'm gonna do it again for my club people.
Yeah.
And since I earned the current incentive.
Yay. Yeah, that is such a okay, so you earned it. Renee, did you get it?
Yes,
You got it, right?
yes.
Megan got it. It takes so much time. So much time. Let's see, Grace, you ended up hitting it, and Yeah, that's so awesome. Kelly's, we're hoping that her
Good
people.
Lord comes
The
down
day
and
is not
Yeah.
over. Kelly's
Yeah,
got
that's-
this.
Yeah, she just has a little bit left on her wax and warmers, and she's trying. Yeah, I shouldn't have counted. I ended up doing 1,500 wax samples for this, and it was insane. It took me 2 whole days. And then I called in my mother-in-law last Thursday because I didn't work anything on my business on Tuesday since it was my birthday and I went out with my husband and track meet and stuff. And so I called my mother-in-law who's on disability and I was like, hey, what are you doing Thursday? You want to come over and finish some samples for me? So then she glue dotted all the cards for me. She hasn't talked to me since. It's so weird. I think it was a little much. She's like, she told Nathan her fingers were so sore the next day. I was like, why didn't say you had to sit there and marathon do it? But
Every
she
single one of them.
she knocked it out. I was so appreciative because I'm like, I wanted to get these out on Friday so I could get them in people's hands before the 1st. That's why I was hoping they were all going to get delivered today. But I was like, there's no way. I have to go back to work. There's no way. And I didn't tell her there's 1,500 of them, but literally the kitchen counter, I had paper plates with all the samples like this because this is June's scent, but they were all there labeled what they were for her to put on. And my whole kitchen island was nothing but felt samples. That's what I said. I might do it different next time. I don't know. We'll see how. I tried to be super, super, super intentional about who I'm giving these cards to because I have 60 of them. I only mailed out 30. And I'm going to figure out tomorrow who I'm going to give the other 30 to. But I just really tried to be intentional because I want them all to end up being club members. So they're people I've already had conversation with that have been interested, but haven't pulled the trigger yet, that I'm hoping that this will be what sets them over. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Anybody else have anything before we get out of here? Then we need to do our picture. Okay, let's do our picture. All right. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Well, as always, you guys are amazing. Thanks for showing up for your business and coming and hanging out with us. If you ever have any topics you want to talk about, let us know. But other than that, we'll see all your beautiful faces next week.
Well, I do have one more thing to add if you're not jumping off. Anybody going to Christina's breakfast Saturday? Anybody?
Is she still did she end up
Last
canceling
I,
it?
huh?
She's still having it.
The last I knew that she was having it June 4th, which is
Well,
Saturday.
she just posted in the group and asked if she could move the time to 9 a.m. or if
Oh, okay. I did not see that.
but
And Rebecca commented and said, you can cancel if you need to.
yeah, but I haven't heard anything else. I wish I could go.
I wish I could go too.
We working girls on Saturdays.
I had it off, but I
Did
haven't.
you turn off your recording?
Oh, yep. Bye, recording.
Haha.